नित्यानन्देश्वरसमारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangis, Shri Mahants, Mahants, Tanidar, Kotari, visitors, viewers, sitting with us all over the world through Nityananda TV, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and two-way video conferencing. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. Kenopanishad. The sacred secrets revealed in the Kenopanishad. Recite along with me the third and fourth mantra in the second canto of Kenopanishad. Yasya matam tasya matam matam yasya na vetasaha aviññātam vijānatāṃ vijātama vijānatāṃ. The fourth verse, recite along with me. Pradibodha vititam matam amrutatvam hi vindate atmana vindate viryam vidyaya vindate mrutam. Pradibodha vititam matam amrutatvam hi vindate atmana vindate viryam vidyaya vindate mrutam. I'll read out the translation for the third and fourth verse, then reveal the sacred secrets. He by whom it is not known, to him it is known and experienced. He by whom it is known, to him it is not known or perceived. It is unknown to those who think they know it well, unknown to those who know it not. The fourth verse. It is truly known when the self is consciously cognized and subjectively known to oneself. In each state of consciousness, with every modification of the mind and intellect, through such complete matured cognition of the witnessing self is attained immortality, amrutatvam, existence in one's own self. By Atman, the pure self is attained real strength, the space of powerfulness, and by Vidya, complete knowledge of the self is experienced, immortality, which is the true nature of Atman. Listen. I'll reveal the sacred secrets in this fourth verse. Listen carefully. It is truly known when the self is consciously cognized to oneself in each state of consciousness with every modification of the mind and intellect through such complete matured cognition of pure self is attained immortality, existence in one's own self. By Atman, the pure self is attained real strength, the space of powerfulness, and by Vidya, complete knowledge of self is experienced immortality, which is the true nature of Atman. Listen to the fourth verse of the Kenopanishad. It is truly known when the self is consciously cognized and subjectively known to oneself, pradibodha, in each state of consciousness with every modification of the mind and intellect, through such complete cognition of the pure self is attained immortality, existence in one's own self. Now you have to be very, very, very deeply listening. Listen. In the deep sleep state, the huge darkness covered by the darkness, peace covered by the peace which you experience. And in the waking state, the solid world, universe, everything you experience. And in the dream state, whatever you experience, which is the addition, deletion, modification of what you experience in the waking state. Listen. I am talking about three states: deep sleep, dream, waking. Actually, states are 25. There are 25 states very elaborately explained in the Shaivite tradition. I'll explain all that further, but now you need to know these basic three. Deep sleep state, where you experience extraordinary silence and peace, darkness covered by the darkness. When you come out of the state, how you remember, what you remember, that is what I am describing. Actually, in that state, what you experience, you do not know. I am only trying to explain what you remember after you come out of that state. Listen carefully. And I also wanted all my disciples, followers, fans, devotees, everyone to know the myth you are having. I am deeply devoted to Swamiji. I will serve Swamiji and Sangha, but I don't need to listen to all these satsang. These are all going above my head. No. When you are in love with me, I cannot go above your head. I can only get into your heart. So, you are expected to understand whatever I am teaching with the listening. You provide listening. Making you experience is my responsibility. Listen carefully. The deep sleep state, what do you experience? What do you perceive? What do you understand? What you experience during the deep sleep state? What you perceive and manifest In the dream state, what you perceive and manifest in the waking state. Let me repeat. What you perceive in the deep sleep state, and what do you perceive and manifest in the dream state, what do you perceive and manifest in the waking state. The whole thing is made out of same material. It is just modification of your consciousness. Listen. If you wear it on the head, it is called crown. If you wear it on the ears, it is earrings. If you wear it on the neck, chain. If you wear it on the hand, bracelet. If you wear it on the hip, odyanam. But all of them are made out of the same material called gold. Same way, what you experience in the deep sleep state, what you experience in the dream state and manifest in the dream state, what you experience in the waking state and manifest in the waking state, are all made out of the same material. Now comes the confusion. No, what I see in the dream is not staying. What I see in the waking is staying. Now comes tons of questions. The questions now raise is, what I see in the dream state does not stay. What I see in the waking state stays. And there are some more questions. No. What I go through in the waking state does so much in me. What I do in the dream state does not do that to me. The perceptional, experience-based questions. Listen. There is something called existential experience, perceptional experience. In your life, your character is existential experience. Your reputation is perceptional experience. The reputation has nothing to do with character. Most of the time it is opposite. Terrorists are calling themselves as peace preachers, and peace preachers are treated like terrorists. Existential experience, perceptional experience. Most of your questions, what I see in the dream does not stay, what I see in the waking state stays. Listen carefully. This question you are carrying, oh, what I see now in the waking state is more stable, solid, permanent, looks very vivid. But what I see in the dream is not that vivid, that permanent. I want to ask you, do you get the same question in dream state? Listen carefully. Do you get the same question in dream state? No. Because when you are dreaming, actually that looks very solid. When you are dreaming, it looks more as a existential experience, not perceptual experience. Now, in the waking state, again the whole waking state looks like existential experience, not perceptual. In the waking state, dream state looks like a perceptual experience. This looks like an existential experience. Only if you move a step further, you will understand this is also perceptual experience, not existential experience. Listen carefully. I'll not only logically establish, I'll establish it experientially. If you just internalize this thought current, you will experientially experience how all these are modifications of your own Atman, self. Your own existential experience is only one, your Atman. Everything else is your perceptual experience. Listen carefully. Gold, in its pure metal form, maybe in the form in which it is available for all of you guys to get to see, the biscuit form, pure 999.999 purity, something will be printed on it. It will be like a biscuit form. That is the existential reality, existential experience. Everything made out of it, whether it is a crown or the earrings or the chain or the udyanam or the ring, everything made out of it is a perceptual reality, not existential reality. Your Atman, in its pure space, is only the existential reality. Everything else is perceptual reality. Listen. Actually, this truth is like it has to be drilled into your system. Then, even in the dream, you will remember, is this perceptual reality or existential reality? If you remember in the dream, is this perceptual reality or existential reality, you will wake up. In the waking state, if you remember, is this perceptual reality or existential reality, you will be awakened. Understand? In the dream, if you remember and question, is this existential reality or perceptual reality, you will wake up to the waking state. In the waking state, if you question, is this perceptual reality or existential reality, you will be awakened to the awakened state. Dream to waking up to awakening up. This verse need to be chewed if you have chewed the betel leaf or chewing gum, you know what is the real chewing. Just like that, it should be chewed in your inner space. What you experience in the deep sleep state, what you perceive and project in the dream state, what you perceive and project in the waking state, about all these three, you should start drilling. Please understand. I am going to give you some conclusions, some understandings from my Atma Pramana, which is in tune with Apta Pramana. You should go on with chewing that. Then it will become your Sakshi Pramana. Listen carefully. The first logical question we have is, things here look very solid. If I hit the wall, I feel the pain. If somebody touches me with a lot of love, I feel cared. If I put something in the mouth, the taste is felt. So here things are more solid. But in the dream state, it is not. Listen. Actually, in the dream state also, if you dream as if you are falling, you will experience fracture in the dream state. How many of you had the dream you have fractured yourself? Raise your hand. That's all. When you wake up, the fracture does not exist. It's different. But in that state itself, as long as you are in that state, there also everything is solid. Everything is solid, just like this state. When you are in the waking state, how you feel everything is solid. That is exactly the way, precisely, it is felt in dream state also. The next question we will all be having is, oh, in the waking state I can see I am almost living 100 years. Every time, when I am 40, when I am 50, when I am 60, when I am 80, when I am 90, it is all same. Consistent. But in the dream state, it doesn't look like that. Every day when I go back to the dream, it is different. Listen. Listen carefully to understand this question. How many of you have dreamt in one night itself, you are writing examination and you are getting married, then the nightmare you wake up? No. How many of you have experienced in the one night dream itself few years? Raise your hand. Then, in that few years, have you felt inconsistency? No. So who knows, this whole 100 years is not one night dream. Maybe you are writing examination, you are getting married, and kid meeting the master, he roars in the dream, and you wake up. Oh, who knows? Suddenly now you may wake up and say, whole thing was dream, Swamiji. Listen, perception of time, perception of stability is not existential, it is perception. Because how you feel the time looks very solid in this waking state, you feel the same way in the dream state. But when you wake up, you understand it was not true as you felt in the dream state. Listen carefully. When you are out of the dream state, you can see the whole dream. You can see, you saw yourself as 20, you saw yourself as 30, you saw yourself as 40, you saw yourself as 50. You can see the whole. Actually, when you are awakened, you can see the whole of this waking state. Suddenly you feel the fear. Oh God, then what about all the plans I did, all my ambitions? I put so much energy, intelligence, and I fought for it. What is this? Suddenly whole thing is dream. No. Even if it is dream, it's okay. I want to live here because I have put too much energy in it. That is what I call pattern. Pattern means not letting your consciousness evolve in the natural flow of the existence. Even if I don't appear to you as a guru, the natural flow of existence, life, is hardwired to remind you by the continuous mild shocks about the true existential experience of life in the form of change. Every time when you lose a relationship or when you lose somebody near and dear one, either you lose them or you lose their love, you are reminded about the impermanence. This whole thing is perceptional existence, not existential existence. This whole thing is perceptional reality, not existential reality. Listen. But you quickly want to come back to the cognition. No, all is well. It is existential reality. God, 3-4 days I was in confusion and depression. No. Now you are confused and depressed. Not when you are going towards the truth. Understand? Not letting the natural evolution of consciousness happening in you is pattern, and it is so frightening. It is so frightening sometime. Oh God, then this whole thing, I built such a big house, building, carrier, car, money, and if I did not build money, there are some people who built career, money, business, building, house, home, relationships. There are some people who did not build that. They spent all their life abusing the people who built it, to justify themselves why they are not building it. That's what is communism. No, really. Condemning people who are building it, abusing it, is also a kind of a building justification for themselves why they are not building. Whether you built what you want or you built justification why you did not build what you want, both are vested interests. This too does not let you wake up, does not let you be awakened to the reality. Listen. Many of my balasans, without even knowing, they are beautifully slipping into the awakened state because they have no much vested interest on this waking state. That is why they are able to see any information related to waking state so casually through their third eye. Understand? Third eye is all about awakened state. Any game you play with third eye, any play you do with third eye, whether blindfold reading or further various powers, everything will lead you to awakened state. Yesterday I told some of my kids who always gaze at me. All the time they will be sitting and only seeing me. I asked them, are you guys not bored? They said, no, what bored? I told them, then turn back, tie your eyes with eye band, try to look through the neck. Try to see me through the back, through your neck. And they are successful. They are successful. The bhakti which want to see has become Shakti now. Any way you play with your third eye will push you to awakened state. Understand? The rules of the perceptual reality does not work in existential reality. The rules of the perceptual reality of the dream does not work in the perceptual reality of waking state. In the waking state, you have little higher frequency freedom. Many of the dream rules will not be applicable here. Same way, in the awakened state, many of these rules will not be applicable. In this state, you can never believe you can see through your back neck. The higher frequencies of existence are not bound by the lower perceptual existence rules and regulations. Third eye. Either you manifest the powers of third eye, or you start drilling yourself with this truth about deep sleep, dream, waking and awakened state. Any one way, you will have the other also. If you drill yourself with these truths which I am explaining, you will be awakened, you will have the powers of third eye. Or you manifest the powers of third eye with the oneness, from the oneness, you will be awakened. You will have this knowledge. Buddhi, this knowledge, Shakti, the powers. Both comes from that awakened state. Both will lead to awakened state. Either you can take up this path, you will have that also, or take up that path, you will have this also. For example, when my kids manifest more and more powers of the third eye, they will have the buddhi about this perceptual reality of dream state, deep sleep state, waking state and awakened state. Or you start drilling yourself with these truths. You will also be awakened. You will manifest all the powers. Shaktis my kids are manifesting. Anyway. Listen. And the devotee was shocked. These guys are able to enter into any firm and anything and read. He said, there is no ragasya, there is no secret at all for these kids. Arey, what your company, even Brahmanda cannot keep any secret from my kids. Actually, I am going to lead them to the next level of the initiation where they will start seeing in the stone slab. That is the ultimate and final. Through that, I'll establish. They will do it. They will see the cosmos to the extent where no telescope can even imagine. No man-made telescope will be able to give the details. They will be able to give you that details. It is possible. Because anything perceived, analyzed, understood in waking state, the rules, regulations does not apply in awakened state. Third eye is all about awakened state. I'll continue to expand on the deeper analysis of this verse We will see in the further satsangs. Today I explained only 2 points. One, the solidness of the experience felt in the waking state and dream state. About that I explained. And time perceived in the dream state and waking state. I will further explain the space perceived in the waking state and dream state, the concepts perceived in the dream state and waking state, and cognitions perceived in the dream state and waking state. If I explain all this in further satsangs, you will have many of your questions answered, many of the things cleared, clarified. So, what I am sharing with you is my Atma Pramana, my own personal existential experience, which is in tune with Apta Pramana, the personal existential experience of the Upanishadic Rishis. When it is shared with you and you start chewing it, which I call manana, internalizing, this will become your Sakshi Pramana. So listen. Next few satsangs, don't miss. It will make this experience as Sakshi Pramana for you all. I bless you all. Let you all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhadvaita Saivam, the eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you. Be blissful.